I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for whenever it's found you. Trust the timing of your life, trust you're exactly where you're meant to be at this moment, and when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Also, please know I'll never reply to your comments telling you to message me through WhatsApp. That's not me doing that, so block, report or ignore, but just know it's not me. Let's go on with this reading. What is happening? What would you benefit from knowing about... firstly you have the King of Swords, then you have the Wheel of Fortune, then you have Ten of Pentacles. You're a smart cookie is the immediate thing coming through. The King of... oh, and you have Five of Pentacles here too. So King of Swords is intelligent, and I think there's something where this may lie a little bit hidden, or a little bit like... I'm getting underdog energy, which is interesting, and I think it's because of this Five of Pentacles. You don't need to flaunt your wealth, you don't need to flaunt your intelligence, you don't need to make a point that you're very, very much alert and aware of a lot more than you let on. And I'm not even getting in an intuitive way. There's a whole other level to you that's intuitive. I mean in an intellectual. You've lived life, you've seen things, you've noticed patterns, you've noticed and experienced people and situations enough to know and be very well, like, you're good, you're smart, basically. Unlike me right now, where I've got no words to articulate this, you are very, very intelligent, and I think there's something switching up of people kind of looking at you and going, huh? And getting a little bit confused because they've assumed from your demeanour or from their own assumptions, right? Shouldn't assume ever. And they've assumed something about you falsely with no evidence, and now they're going and are very, 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 very confused with the Wheel of Fortune being a complete 180 of you shifting into this intelligence and showing it now. You're not hiding it. You were never hiding it, but I think there was just no need for you to show it. There was no need, there was nothing you needed to say. It's almost like the feeling of people assuming because someone doesn't speak that they aren't very intelligent. Like, oh, that person's very mute or very silent. They never, like, share them. So there must be nothing going on in their head. And it's like the opposite. You have so much going on in your mind that you don't share it because you couldn't. It would get you into trouble because people aren't really caught up yet with the wavelength you're on. So you would get into trouble if you shared every single thought you had. And there's a switch up now of you actually going, huh, I don't actually care, I'm just going to share every thought I have. And it's switching your life around in some way, and it's switching the way people see you. Again, I say this a lot, people's perspectives of you, how people see you, it's none of your business, it's not actually important. The reason I bring it up is to kind of articulate and make you understand the energy you're stepping into is that of the people in your life are going to be like, huh? And that's why I'm telling you. Like, it doesn't matter what people's reactions to you are, it doesn't matter what they think of you, but it just seems as if the energy you're shifting into is going to cause a lot of confusion. Ten of Pentacles is the energy of success, wealth, abundance, raining money, a lot of smart investments. I think with the Five of Pentacles, there's something I'm getting. You're playing the game. You're playing the game. It's almost as if with the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to find yourself in a very, very wealthy position. But sometimes when people are wealthy or abundant in any way, they go, oh, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm abundant, and they throw their money away and it's gone very quickly. Where there's something where you're still acting from this point of view of, I know what it's like to not have, or I know what it's like to not have enough. So I'm going to be very, very careful in investing this and playing this the right way so that it's going to last for generations to come. Ten of Pentacles is money for generations to come, and I think you've come from this place of not having enough where you really value or are focusing on creating a lot of stability for your family and people in your life and people further down the line to come, to feel safe and secure without having to worry. I don't know, there's something, it's interesting because it feels, for some reason, from looking at you, you wouldn't know. Like, from looking at you, firstly, for some reason, people assume from the way you look that you aren't very smart. Hate to break it to you, might just be because you're really, really attractive, and it's just like, oh, that's all you have to offer. Take it as it resonates. There's just something where people don't perceive you to be the smartest cookie, and you're actually the smartest cookie ever. And now something's changing specifically around your financial investments, or maybe past investments you've made are finally going to pay off, and people that were like, you're crazy for investing in that or doing that or buying that or whatever it may have been, is now coming back around with that Wheel of Fortune, and people are going to be like, oh, do you remember how smart I told you were when you did that? I knew that was going to work out for you. I knew that would be a good invest. Like, there's something where people are going to switch up on you as your life is switching up, and you have a very good memory. You're smart enough to remember what people have said to you and remember people's negative reactions, and not in like a holding a grudge way, but in a, like, you just logged it. You logged it because you knew it would come back round, and it has. So people are going to be like, I told everybody that was such a good idea for you to do that. And it's actually the opposite. They were talking crap, saying, why are you doing that? What a waste of time and money. Like, there's something switching up. Clarify the King of Swords. Seven of Cups. Oh, I just got the words be careful for some reason. And so Seven of Cups can be daydreaming and illusions. Be careful, and that kind of is sinking into me with the idea of people very much switching up on you still, because of all these different, and you're going to get in your head and go, oh, maybe they did say that, because people can rewrite history and people can change, and if there is a lot going on in your life, you're just going to be like, oh, thank you for supporting me then, and you're going to not really realise they were never supporting you until now. They're only supporting you now that you're successful, or now that you have something they want from you. So really pay attention to that. Pay attention to, I don't know, it just seems like illusions are somehow playing a big part, and you're cutting through those illusions. I think you're smart enough to see through that. You're smart enough to see through people. That's how this reading started. You are smart enough to see through people trying to be buddy with you after absolutely making you question yourself even. Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. Also a switch happening in people realising you're a lot more like, I'm just getting the word assassin come through. Hoping it's not literal, but there's something where you have that energy of like ruthless assassin energy of you're powerful. You can cut through the crap. You are like sharp as a tack. You aren't here to play about. And so Seven of Wands, like, you can stand up for yourself. You can hold your own, right? And it's unexpected, again, it's coming through. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's people going, huh? You've got a black belt in karate, or you've got a black belt in whatever it may be? Huh? But you don't look like it. But you don't seem like that. There's something switching. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. With the Ten of Pentacles, those of you that are single, you're meeting your match. You're meeting your match, and you may not want to hear that because you are in this black and white unemotional energy, right? Where that's not real, that's not something you care about right now, because Swords and King and Queen of Swords especially are quite cold, quite analytical and smart, and so they're not in their heart space to even care about love. The only cups you have here are illusions. So when you see love, you're like, that's just an illusion. That's just some type of hormonal imbalance. They need to, they're crazy. Basically, that's not legit. Love's not real. Like, there's this cold energy about you of just focusing on what is real in your idea of reality. But you're gonna meet your match in that, of both of you are like on the same wavelength of, yeah, that's not real. Love's not real. Nah, I've seen too much, or I've been through too much. If love was real, I wouldn't have been treated that way. Whatever it may be that you've gone through and overcome, it's built you up to be strong, but kind of cold and shut off emotionally. Not funny, sorry for laughing. But then you and someone else are cold together. Like, those of you in relationships are probably going to be aware of what I'm talking about, and there's something about a home. Something about abundance, wealth that you'll create with this person. Why do I keep saying clarify the Five of Pentacles? you have Eight of Pentacles. You've got lots of pentacles going on. And Knight of Cups, which is romantic energy. Eight of Pentacles is working and booked and busy and being focused on your goal and working towards it. You've, I think, built your way up from nothing. Five of Pentacles. You've built your way up from being like, you've done something for yourself. You've built, or you're about to create something of yourself, for yourself, by yourself. And there's an independent feeling of that, of you like knowing and creating. Confidence. I think there's this energy of your confidence that you have right now has come from the amount of hard work you've put into yourself and your life and your career and the paths you've gone down, have built this sense of, oh, I'm unstoppable. Like there's this unstoppable energy about you, because of all the hard work you've done within yourself and in your life, in your career. I think this whole energy of this reading is to tell you, you're doing everything right. I kind of get this energy of people might think, you may be for a while have gone for an energy of people telling you to value love or relationships with the Knight of Cups on the bottom, or to prioritize other sides of your life. And it's just like, stay on your own path, stay where you feel called, stay with what excites you, and in doing what you feel called to do and what you enjoy doing, you're actually going to meet your match. You're going to meet your match along your path doing your thing. Those of you that are single, don't get too caught up in people telling you to value family or love or anything like that more, and to prioritize that more, because it's like, you prioritizing that more and trying to put that on a pedestal or trying to put that as a focus isn't going to bring it in any quicker. You being like, I want love, or I want, and you're like, I think this is the idea or the revelation you've come to, wanting something separates you from it, whereas going, oh, I actually kind of don't really care, I love myself and I don't really believe in that stuff, and then boom, someone's coming in to match your energy in that, and you both feel the same way about it, and you're both some type of power couple energy of looking out for yourselves and being very, very intelligent and very witty and very funny, but also kind of cold and heartless or ruthless. But it's kind of, this ruthless energy you have on the outside, I think, is rooted in, you've been disappointed so many times in love that you don't care to indulge or go near it again. So you're both cold on the outside. I just got cold and calculating, and that's exactly it. Like, you're calculating, you're smart, you're like, that's your priority. You're making smart decisions and choices. Don't let anyone distract you and say you're focusing on the wrong thing, this isn't going to bring you happiness, because I think your happiness is going to come in. Your people or your person is coming in, even though you think, oh, I don't have time for that, da 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 da. They're going to come in, they're going to make time for you, and it's just going to happen. I don't know, it will work when it's supposed to, because it's supposed to, right? If someone's meant to be in your life, there's nothing you can do to get rid of them. And if someone's not meant to be in your life, there's nothing you can do to keep them. So I think that's the lesson you've learned, and you're focused on that, and you're focused on looking after yourself. And then this person comes in at a very similar time that you're in. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you meet people in your life, anyone, romantic, platonic, a lot of the time there's synchronicities that happen of the things they're going through, you're going through as well. If you think about it, if you look into it, if you feel about, like, I don't know, we meet people that are on similar energy wavelengths to us exactly when we're supposed to, and that's exactly why you're meeting this person when you're supposed to. You feel about and think about the things in a very similar light. You're very similar. There could be a bit of a battle or banter between you because of the fact that you will clash because you see things so similarly. Almost like that energy of when you see things in someone else about yourself that you don't like, and they stand out more, right? Oh, I don't like his sarcasm, he's way too sarcastic, right? And it's like, oh, you're sarcastic, you are used to being the most sarcastic in the room, and now you've got competition. There's this, I don't know, it's cool though. It's nice, it's refreshing. You're not seeking this connection. This connection's just like kind of intervening. Someone's intervening into your plans, or intervening, or I don't know what the word is. They're just interrupting your life a little bit, and then you're gonna weave them in and make room for them in your life, because you're like, oh, I get you. You're so similar to me that I get you so much that I wouldn't want to like not make room for you in my life. Simple. This whole reading took a turn. Again, always does. Took a turn, and you got the Wheel of Fortune and things turning around. Your life basically is switching from being very fierce and very happy and very satisfied alone, focusing on your career, focusing on your job, focusing on what matters and what you can control, and then someone's coming in that's very similar, and you're going to be able to work together towards your own goals. Almost work beside each other. I don't think you're working together on the same thing, but you'll be working beside each other and helping each other out in some way. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, or you know it will, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you when I see you.